Are you looking for the best waterproof cameras? In this video we will look at some of best waterproof cameras. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. Sealife Micro 3.0. Sensor size, 1/2.3 image resolution, 16MP video resolution, 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 120 frames per second, built-in flash, no water resistance, up to 200 feet. Best for divers who want to capture photos as deep as 200 feet. Extremely high waterproofing. Easy to use. 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Expensive. No SD card slot. Those who really want to take a camera as deep underwater as possible should opt for the Sealife Micro 3.0. This camera is built for deeper diving and can be used up to 200 feet underwater. To achieve this, there are some trade-offs, though. For example, there's no SD card slot, instead offering 64 gigabytes of internal storage. That, however, is a small price to pay for such great waterproofing. The camera can capture solid videos, too. It supports a video resolution of up to 4K at 30 frames per second, or 1080p at 120 frames per second. It is quite expensive compared to other options on this list, and its image quality isn't better than our top pick. So if you don't plan on diving 200 feet, then it may be worth saving some cash. But if you want something that you can take with you deep underwater, the Sealife Micro 3.0 is the camera to buy. What the reviews say, reviewers on Amazon found that the camera was able to capture excellent images underwater. I took the camera to Belize to try pictures underwater while snorkeling down to 20 feet. Everything worked better than expected, and pictures are reasonable for a camera of this price. It was easy to transfer pics to computer when I got home. Number 4. GoPro Hero 10 Black. Image resolution, 23MP video resolution, 5.3K at 60 frames per second, 4K at 120 frames per second, 2.7K at 240 frames per second, built-in flash, no water resistance, up to 33 feet. Best for anyone who wants to capture swimming, diving, and boarding at a lower price. Relatively inexpensive. High frame rate video. Excellent video stabilization. Not as advanced as newer models. Action cameras are great for capturing extreme sports, including underwater adventures, but the Hero 12 Black can get a little pricey. That's where the GoPro Hero 10 Black comes in. This camera offers many of the same features as its newer sibling, but at a lower price. It can't capture 5.3K video at 120 frames per second, but it can capture it at 60 frames per second. And if you want 120 frames per second, you can still capture it at 4K, which is high enough of a resolution for the vast majority of cases. If you want even higher frame rate video, you can get 2.7K video at 240 frames per second. The Hero 10 Black keeps some of the best design elements as well, including the dual display approach, and it supports a huge array of GoPro accessories for different situations. As you might be able to tell, the GoPro Hero 10 Black doesn't offer as much water resistance as some of the other cameras on this list. So if you plan on diving really deep, you might need to look elsewhere. However, a water resistance of up to 33 feet is still more than enough for most situations, including scuba diving, and there are accessories available to better protect the camera. Again, if you want the most advanced action cam, save up a little more, but the Hero 10 Black is still an excellent choice. What the reviews say, reviewers on Amazon were impressed with the overall image quality of this camera, for the price. For the quality of video this camera creates, including frame rates and resolution, at $250 you won't find anything better. Number 3. Ricoh WG-6. Sensor size, 1/2.3-inch image resolution, 20.2MP video resolution, 4K at 30 frames per second, built-in flash, yes, water resistance, up to 66 feet. Best for anyone who wants a solid waterproof camera with good optical zoom. 5x optical zoom. Waterproof up to 66 feet. 4K video recording. Can't optically zoom while video recording. The Ricoh WG-6 has the same optical zoom as the cheaper WG-80, however, with a higher resolution sensor, it can produce better zoom shots. Not only that, but it can produce higher quality video, too, and supports a video resolution of up to 4K, though you can't optically zoom when you're recording video. It's also more waterproof than its cheaper sibling, supporting use up to 66 feet underwater. The camera offers great macro modes, as well as the ring light found in other Ricoh cameras, and has a built-in GPS. It doesn't produce images quite as impressive as our top pick, but it does zoom farther, so if zoom is a priority, it's the way to go. What the reviews say, reviewers on Amazon are happy with the zoom features on offer by the camera. The zoom is sharp and works better than cropping. Battery life is typical. Image quality is great, especially the 1 cm macro. Number 2. GoPro Hero 12 Black. Image resolution, 27.1 MP video resolution, 5.3K at 60 frames per second, 4K at 120 frames per second, 2.7K at 240 frames per second, built-in flash, no water resistance, up to 33 feet. Best for capturing video from your next extreme sports adventure. Rugged build. Tons of video options. Lots of available accessories. Slightly complicated software. Expensive for an action cam. GoPro has been the leader in the world of action cams for some time now, and the GoPro Hero 12 Black is a perfect example of why. The Hero 12 Black is well built and rugged, and it'll easily survive use in the water up to 33 feet. That means that you should be able to use it for most snorkeling, along with water sports that don't involve going deep. Perhaps the best thing about the camera is the fact that it offers a range of video options, and you can record a huge 5.3K video at up to 60 frames per second, or 2.7K at 240 frames per second. Regardless of the kind of video that you need, you should be able to get it from the Hero 12 Black. The camera also has a display on both the front and the back, meaning that it's easy to see what you're shooting, even if you're shooting yourself. The Hero 12 Black is slightly expensive compared to other action cams, and there is a bit of a learning curve when it comes to figuring out how to use the software on the camera itself. That said, you should get used to using the software relatively quickly, and if you can afford the GoPro Hero 12 Black, it's easily worth buying. What the reviews say, a 5-star Amazon reviewer says, this camera is very good and durable. The battery lasts a long time, and it records very good at 1080p 4K and 5K. You can connect it to your phone, so it's way easier to download your videos and pictures. It's very clean looking, and it's waterproof without a case. Number 1. OM System TUF TG7. Sensor size, 1/2.3 inch image resolution, 12 MP video resolution, 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 120 frames per second, 720p at 240 frames per second, 360p at 480 frames per second, built-in flash, yes, water resistance, up to 50 feet. Best for anyone who wants professional-looking photos in a waterproof build. Good image quality. Waterproof up to 50 feet. Excellent macro modes. Smaller sensor. The OM System TUF TG7 camera is built to be more rugged than traditional cameras, offering a shockproof build that can survive drops of more than 6 feet. Not only that, but the camera is waterproof up to 50 feet, meaning that you can use it completely submerged without having to worry about the camera getting damaged. The camera is highly versatile, too. It can capture solid images in all situations, but it's particularly great at capturing macro images, thanks to its 4 different macro modes. The OM System TUF TG7 is a point-and-shoot camera with a relatively small sensor, so its images don't look as deep as those captured by a DSLR. But, given its rugged build and still great image quality, it's the best camera out there for those who want a completely waterproof option. What the reviews say, a reviewer on Amazon found that the camera was able to offer an excellent image for a camera this size. This is a small, rugged and waterproof camera that can be put in a pocket and exposed to harsh environments. It takes pretty good pictures and video. I love the macro modes.